It's time for yet another season of frustration, anger, and rage. Welcome to Yankees baseball, and welcome to recaps of the 2025 season, courtesy of yours truly, Frankie Baseball. This is great news for all of my fans out there, all 6 of you. I'm back, baby! 3 days late because, sorry, I had the flu, I had a lot of work to do, all that's behind me. I'm ready to give you my recap on the first 3 games of spring training this opening weekend. Let's start off with the news we saw on Friday of the facial hair policy being amended. Thank you, Devin Williams. You're the first Yankee that apparently went to Hal Steinbrenner and said, hey, this is stupid. So good on him for doing that, and hopefully the Yankees, we get to see a little bit more personality out of these guys with their beards intact now. Then on Friday, we had the first game of the spring training against the Rays. We saw Cody Bellinger and Paul Goldschmidt get hits in their first at-bats. Goldschmidt, a 2-1 RBI double. And if you think I'm going to overreact to this, you gosh darn right I am. Both these guys are hitting 60, and we're going to have co-MVPs from the Yankees, Goldschmidt and Bellinger. Let's go. Suck it, Boston. And then we saw Marcus Stroman in one of his last starts as a Bronx Bomber with an inning with a strikeout. Scoreless. Cool. What's the package we're getting from him? The battle of third base is not something I'm really looking forward to watching here in spring training because we don't really have a good third baseman. I mean, I guess anyone other than DJ is fine, but we don't really have that great dynamic third baseman we can get. He's not on the roster, and I don't really think he's available out there. Whatever. We did see Peraza get a broken bat single in his first at-bat, so maybe he has the league. I don't know. Who cares? Also, great play courtesy of Bellinger and Chaz in the top of the 4th inning of this game. Great play to get the out at second. This is something that Judge and Glaber would have never done last year. So it's not a huge thing, but it is something. So good seeing that play out of those 2 guys. And then we saw 2024 draft pick Brendan Jones make it 4-0 with an RBI single into right. Yankees win the first game of spring training 4-0. Then we cut to Saturday. It's a game against the Blue Jays. Carlos Rodon already in midseason form with his 2 2/3 innings, giving up 3 earned runs. I know it's spring, but come on, Carlos. We do not need another year of this. We had a great play by Oswaldo there at third base in the game. If only this guy could hit consistently, he would be our starting third baseman. But we just can't have that, can we? Did get to see some offense. Spencer Jones with an opposite field shot. I am just salivating at the thought of this guy possibly being on the roster, hopefully next year. We had Ismael Munguia. I probably got that wrong. Driving home George Lombardi with an RBI triple. And then we had Alexander Vargas tie the game with a solo shot. And then another play to look at here. Here's Andrew Velasquez being yet another person who can play third baseman better than DJ. Yankees would go on to lose the game 6-4. And then Sunday they took on the Tigers. And really the only storyline to come out of this is Jason Dominguez's inability to catch a ball. We saw this happen last year. It's spring training. I know the sun there in Florida is ridiculous, but already we're seeing he hasn't improved that much. It's just a fear. I know it's spring training, but I want to be able to look at spring training and say I've seen improvement on Dominguez, and right now I'm not seeing it. At least in one game here. But frustrating. Yankees would lose the game. What was it? 4-0 to Detroit. So with our beards intact, our beard policy, we are now 1-2. So maybe it wasn't a good idea to get rid of this beard policy. Of course, I'm being sarcastic. And then also should point out, the Yankees at the end of the game played That's Life by Frank Sinatra instead of New York, New York. Usually after the win or loss, they play New York, New York. After this loss, they played That's Life. I hope it's a permanent change because this is something that I've been asking for, that many Yankee fans have been asking for. We should not play New York, New York after we win. It's stupid. It's humiliating. Hopefully it's a beginning of a new change for the Yankees. The Yankees doing all these nice changes here. You know, changing New York, New York to That's Life for losses. Beard policy. Maybe they can start spending some more money on guys, even though I saw Howard Steinbrenner said that he doesn't believe spending more money will help the Yankees win a championship. Okay, just great job, Hal. Great job. Are you sure? I still want a DNA test. I am not convinced you are your dad's son. Just not convinced. But that's the weekend. Overall, some good, some bad. It's spring training. We're going to get a lot of this over the month. I'm really when we're going to start to see later on in spring training, when it starts to end, we start to see the starting lineup. That's really what we're going to keep an eye on and focus on is can these guys get hot before opening day? And especially for Judge. We need Judge to not have a slow April like he had last year. He's got to come out hot for opening day. We'll see if he does that here. But that's it. Thank you guys for watching. I'll be back tomorrow with whatever the game is. Recaps every day. Hope to see you guys then. Take care and God bless.